The darkness, it fades around you instantly. And you and Calamity, just the two of you, are surrounded by a crushing force of all that has been. Within a maze of incomprehensibility, the floor, walls, and ceiling, like a checkerboard of cloud and land. Two massive statues are before you of an eye with two piranha-like mouths that stare upon you both. Their stare penetrating you to the core to get a taste of what's within. Faces appear around the two of you. Thousands, millions, infinite, twisted, monstrous, beautiful. The floor before you begins to crumble away. Calamity rears, and as he's rearing, he takes a few steps back. As a void of mind-numbing ectoplasmic light eats away at the center until a large hole like a vacuum, sucking the essence of all that has formed. Dark, massive chains shoot out from the center, smashing and spiking into these checkerboard walls, and a thunderous moaning yawn rumbles the entire structure, more pieces of the floor falling into the pit. And deep within you, panic begins to bubble over. Limbs, tendrils, horrors rise from the pit until filling the space, an elongated skeletal head with strands of inky hair ascends through the hole. Calamity rears once more and lets out a horrific, fearful neigh. Okay, that was fun. Thank you.
The horse isn't evil, it's just misunderstood. It's a force of nature.
It is. It's just like vampires.
That's as nature as it comes to fucking cosmic horror as you get, my guy.
Oh, hey.
That's Cthulhu.
You know, honestly, we are all monsters in Theo's mind, just to different degrees and different sources. And it sounds like the horse was getting tortured as much as Lynn was in that moment, just from the horrors that horse has been forced upon, just like the horrors that have been forced on Lynn herself. The thing we need to do is remove this problem at the source. It's not the horse's fault. It's not Lynn's fault.
Kill Cthulhu, eater of worlds, the sleeping one. Excellent idea. I love it. Perfect.
We can survive with one less elder god, right?
Okay, well, you two, my dear sweet doctor and Rune, you guys already left together, which is so sweet. Oh, very sweet. First things first,
is Bubba with us?
I was gonna say, I think Bubba would probably come along for this. It's probably for the best. Yeah.
Just in case. Be a negotiator.
Exactly. So he's gonna get in shotgun.
Well, there's enough room in there for 3, so yes. It'll be fine.
All right, well, you guys want to do...
I realize something. Me and Lynn's clothes are going to be soaking wet.
Yep. All right, so you guys want to do any shopping?
As long as we can get there by 7:30, then I'll pick up myself some dreads. If not, we're just going to go there. I want to be there by 7:30 on the dot. It was 30 minutes to find the goddamn room.
Okay. Let's see, you want to get there at 7:30 to head a little bit south. I'll probably take. Yeah, you could probably you could make a quick. Huh?
Is it store music?
Store music? Oh well, it's university music. I just put it on now. I thought it was just such a good after that. You guys could. Yeah.
A little calm after the storm.
I like being a butthead. But yeah, you guys can make a quick stop as long as you make it quick and it's on the way. Pick up some things if you guys would like.
All right.
Go ahead, Doctor.
I'm just going to remind Rune, we have 10 minutes in and out.
Oh yeah, you don't have to tell me. I already have an alarm sound on my phone. It's going down.
I'll wait in the car.
All right. With her recommendations on a nice shop to go. Not too expensive. I'm just gonna get something pretty clean, simple. White shirt, roll up the sleeves a bit. No tie, too fancy. A vest though. That'll be nice. Suspenders
Like it.
too. Those are also in fashion. Also, probably the most expensive thing. Some nice shoes, not biker boots. Nice pair of dress shoes, dress pants. There you go.
All
pretty
right.
much do it.
Anything for you, Doctor?
No.
Did you get her the waterproof boots?
I don't think the store would have something like that. I did not.
This
take
is
them
not that
somewhere
kind
there.
of business.
I
I think.
apologize.
Yep.
You'd be surprised what some Goodwills have.
This isn't a good
This
will.
isn't a good.
That's
Yeah.
disappointing.
We're gonna have to go to a Bass Pro Shop to get Lynn truly outfitted. I
Oh
think.
yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, you can get yourself. Let's see. I would say. Let's just round up. I'd say for about $85, you can get yourself a nice, casual, fancy outfit
All right.
with some nice suspenders as well.
That's pretty much all I needed. Going for an interview, so
Yeah, you are. And you guys start quickly making your way to the university. Dear sweet doctor, did you go to school at U Chicago? It is the big school of Chicago. Oh, yeah, but okay, cool. Because if so, you might already know this campus. It'd be nice.
that'd be helpful. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very confused on how the party is going to meet at the campus now because
I
I
don't
thought
know.
I thought
Good
that
luck.
I had asked specifically that they swing by and pick us up at the Haven, but guess not.
I figured you guys were just going to be
Apparently we've been
downstairs
forgot.
somewhere.
Oh,
We never discussed. I just figured you were just going to be right there, but you weren't.
Yeah, you guys just left. You didn't give them any time.
oh, great.
Yeah.
Sure. So me and Lynn are basically on our own. Got it.
Guess you're gonna have to get an Uber.
Mhm.
Okay, out of me and Lynn, who do you think is going to have an Uber app on their phone?
You.
Calamity.
I don't know.
Calamity.
Calamity. Yeah. So Lynn probably won't have it. I will not know to even check for it. And you left us behind.
You went off on your own.
That's rough, buddy.
I
No.
am going to reiterate. You didn't have to ride the horse. You could have just sent it off.
Well, anyways, did you go to school at U Chicago?
No, I did not.
Okay, perfect. So you don't know the campus.
Funny how the
All right.
doctor isn't at all concerned about the possibility of there being loss of life if I left that horse alone without running it first.
We've left that horse alone like 12 times. It tried to
Look,
kill Pullman one of
after
those
I run it.
times.
But anyway.
The amount that you guys argue about Calamity is just proving how great Calamity is. You guys are just really stroking that horse's ego. Gotta say, that's a lot of chaos that ensues.
I just trying to pretend it doesn't exist.
I've
It's
explained my
Calamity.
piece. We should kill it.
Calamity's surname is actually Discord. Just saying.
Oh, I love that
Right.
service. It's great. High quality audio.
All right, well, you guys are gonna have to get some parking. There is visitor parking that you guys can use. You only have a certain amount of time, but since it is nighttime, you don't have to worry about getting ticketed. It ends at 5 p.m. and you guys are here a little bit before 7:30. So you guys can, as long as you're in the visitor parking, you should be a-okay. It will be a little bit of a walk, but it's a big campus, so
That good thing I
neither
have
of you
lots
know
of
it.
stamina.
Well, neither of you guys know exactly where you're going, so you're gonna have to look at a map, which they do have posted throughout the campus to figure out where you're going. And this isn't gonna be too hard because, well, you guys are looking for the Cobb Suite. Well, there is something called the Cobb Gate. It is the big gate that leads into the university that will lead to the Cobb Suites. And I actually have a picture of it. I've obviously never been to U Chicago, but I thought it's beautiful. And it's Christmas time too. The picture's great. Yes, so the university very much has, though it has been, let's say, modernized, its architecture is still very that cathedral-esque, more specifically Gothic architecture that has the modern twist. As you can see, it has like the gargoyles that are there for protection. And it is set up for Christmas here. Wow. It is set up for Christmas here as well. So, they have the lights on the trees. They even have just banners for Christmas. And these banners, of course, are for all the different holidays. Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, blah-bitty-blah-bitty. And, of course, they also...
sponsored.
Yeah. And it's pretty still busy here. I mean, there's a lot of students that are, walking around. It's a Thursday. People are still going to classes. Majority looks like people that are just hanging out, talking, having a good time. There is a smell of, I'll say ganja as you guys walk through. Mm-hmm. And, well, you guys can find what are the Cobb Suites. Now, you're not sure on what the classroom is, so I can say just go ahead and roll me a mental and investigation, mental and persuasion. I don't know, however you guys want to go about finding this classroom, talking to people,
Yeah, I'd probably ask
trying
the
to find
students,
signs.
mental and persuasion, I guess.
Okay, we'll see if anyone does want to talk to you.
I rolled a 1.
I rolled a 1.
I am going to attempt to call. I'm going to attempt to call both of them if the first one doesn't pick up at some point. Try to figure out where they are on campus since it's getting close to go time.
Sounds good.
So I would call. I know I have Theo's numbers. I'm going to call Theo first.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'll just keep the music. It's fine. Well, you know what? I'll just go to this for now. I like my black background for this. So, this trip got a little messed up. I'll put it that way. So, I'll do quiet. For you, Theo, it was just once more like a wave of darkness as you you hear the waves crashing. And you are dripping wet. You too, Lynn. You are dripping wet. You guys are right off the coast. You came out of the beach. And when you come in, Calamity is rearing, letting out this aggressive, violent neigh, even gives a few kicks until Calamity splashes down in the water. And Calamity's going to buck both of you off. If you want to try to stay on, you'll have to roll. Otherwise, if you're okay with getting...
it.
Huh?
Can I roll my animal can with it?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm assuming I'm rolling a dexterity and athletics.
If you want to hold on, it's going to be a strength. If you want to fall off gracefully, dexterity.
Okay.
And athletics.
All
right. I'm going to go ahead and try to definitely get off the horse without becoming injured and letting Lynn have control of the animal the best she can, because it's better if I'm not in the way at this point.
Let's see. So should I roll athletics too?
Well, are you just wanting to try to hang on? Or are you trying to calm Calamity down? What's your strategy?
Well, first you just try to hold on, and then you try to calm.
It would be strength and athletics. Okay. Yeah, because animal can isn't. Yeah.
So that's 2 successes for me to get off with hopefully sustaining as little injury as possible.
Nice. That's pretty good.
Well, okay.
3 10s over here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Does it matter how hard that horse bucked?
Yeah.
She going nowhere.
She raced horses. She knows how to hold on to one.
Yeah, choke it.
All right. Well, Theo, you're getting bucked off, and you just give a roll as you, and you're going to be landing in water. You're already sodden, so the fall you don't know. You just kind of plop down. You're able to at least catch yourself. Going to be on all fours, perhaps, as you just splash in the water, and the water is going to be up to your knees.
I'm going to go and
Lynn is holding on strong.
Well, she knows horses, so I trust that she's going to be able to go ahead and get control of the situation. I'm going to quickly try to get my bearings This is nowhere near where we were supposed to be. So obviously something went wrong. I'm assuming that I've passed the university before in the past. So if I can go ahead and edict memory, try to remember where it is in relation to where we are at all.
Okay.
Try to just get our bearings as much as possible.
Okay. Yeah. Well, no matter what, it's definitely going to easy. You don't have to guess this just because there's only one side to the ocean. It's going to be west of some sort, but from there, south, north, you have no idea. So if you want, you're going to have to check out what beach you're even on. You, Lynn, you hold on strong. You see, I mean, Theo just rolls off. He's not even going to try. And Calamity just gives a few more kicks, does bucks attempting to get you off. And you know animals, you don't have to roll for it. You have more than double. Calamity is panicked. This is a scared horse. Now, do you want to try to calm Calamity down? That will be an animal kin. Otherwise, if you just want to hold on and ride it out, which, you know, sometimes you got to do, it's up to you. But you're going to hold on no matter what, apparently. Jeez.
All right.
Eyes of steel.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, buns and thighs.
So to calm down, other than the animal kin, what am I rolling?
A social.
Okay.
Yeah. And of
What
course, you
was-
can add your horse.
what was
He's
that,
acting like a scared horse.
What was that saying? I heard it once. Thick thighs save lives? Something like that?
Yeah, that sounds
What the crap in Christ?
Jesus!
What in the Jiminy Christmas?
What the
Oh my
fuck?
God.
What the fuck? Who are you paying off?
Yeah, no kidding.
Four perfect. Okay,
Wait,
let
is
me.
that- hold on, that's
I gotta
one,
put this on
two,
stream.
4.
1, 2.
Is that 10
3,
successes?
That's 10
4
successes, yeah.
perfects and 2 normal. So
That's the
when
highest roll we have ever seen.
Jesus Christ! So at this point, she's like communing with the freaking Calamity's inner spirit. I swear.
Maybe
I
she
don't
will
even.
tame this inner beast of hers.
I don't even know what to
Hey.
say.
But Doma said it wasn't the horse. It's whatever's in the horse. And
Okay.
Well, I mean, they're both terrified of that vision. Maybe she's going to have some sort of bonding moment with the horse because she's, I mean, at her core, a little scared too.
Yes.
It-
No, her shoulders are definitely gonna be shaking after all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Jeez. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Maybe this is how,
I was not expecting a 10. I'm sorry. It was.
yeah, maybe this is how she
Or
eventually
7
claimed.
tens? Were you expecting 7 tens?
Oh, okay. This dice roller is mean. That's why I like it. This was. I just got kicked in the. I got bucked.
She wasn't able to
Okay.
get bucked off.
No. All right. So.
Is this how horse breaking works?
basically, yeah.
Yeah, you tell them that you're not going anywhere, and then when they get tired out, you convince them everything's going to be okay. You
This
just
is
need
what
to listen to your rider.
All right, you are holding on. You know that Calamity's panicked, and you can see the runes start to glow on Calamity and you're watching it, Theo. I mean, he's bucking, he's kicking. He looks like he's just lost it. He looks like he's just attacking the air, trying to get Lynn off. And you then see that glow begin to form as your eyes just make contact. Your body then just gets this chill that shoots through you. And Lynn, you hold on, and this is actually kind of cute, but you do. I mean, you are basically going to dig yourself into Calamity, hold on, give it, and you're going to treat it like a horse. You're going to give him a few scratches, even a few tugs to let him know that you're there, and you're still in charge. And for I think possibly the first time you feel Calamity break. The horse gives in to you, gives in to the rider, and just says you're in control. And those runes disappear. They never reach that full obnoxious glow. As Calamity then just gives a few more bucks, splashes in the water, and calms. Calamity just like shakes his head a few times as he then stands there. And he does not have a sharp smile right now. His eyes look very pained, is the best way to say it. Theo, your phone is going to ring.
Check who it is.
Well, first thing you notice is the time. Usually teleporting is instant, but it wasn't this time. A lot of time has passed, closer to almost 30 minutes. You guys are according to what Rune was wanting, you guys should be there now.
Well, this isn't convenient at all.
Something might have gone wrong, like you were saying. This is weird.
Yeah. Go ahead and answer the phone.
Oh, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, perfect. We're waiting outside the big gate. About how far off are you two?
We just came out of the transportation just now.
Well, good timing. Where to kick you out?
Well, we seem to be on the beach.
Rune, the beach isn't close to here, right?
Why are you asking me that question, Doctor? No, of course the beach isn't anywhere close to here. Why are you asking me that question?
Rune is informing me the beach is not very close to here. Do we need to stall for you?
I will find some way to get there. Heaven help me, but yes.
We can stall.
I'll go ahead and see when I can. Hit the end button. Is there like an icon that looks like a map or anything on the phone?
I mean, there's
I'm assuming that they're like a Google Maps.
there's an app that says map, so it makes it easy.
I'm gonna go ahead and press that button, see what it can pop up.
Are you sure
Okay.
you want our location on there?
We are 30 minutes away from, and this is a Bowman protected phone. So the person that's going to know our location more likely than anyone is going to be Bowman.
All right.
So
Okay, here we go. So, let's do some. There it is. In directions. So you guys, instantly it's going to pop up your GPS. Will tell you where you are. You are on 57th Street Beach. You are actually really close to the Museum of Science and Industry, apparently.
okay. All right. Does the map have a directions functionality on it?
It does.
I'm going to type in Chicago University.
Oh, yeah. So from 57th Street Beach, it says if you are in a car, you are about 5 to 6 minutes away. It is 1.1 miles or 2.1 miles.
Okay. I'm going to, while Lynn is calming the horse down, I'm going to climb up to the beach to where the road is. I'm going to see what cars are lined up. I mean, I'm assuming people park on the side of the road sometimes.
From where you are?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me check. Jeez, there we go. All right, so you're not seeing any cars parked, but you're seeing, so there is, not too far from you guys, there is a building that's in between. It looks like it's some sort of like restaurant of some sort. There's, cars that are parked there in the parking lot, but besides that, there is a street that's, right behind the building that cars are driving by, but yeah. Looks like
So
the restaurant's called Z-Berry, excuse me.
So the only cars available out and about are the ones parked at a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Want me to hardwire something?
I have larceny. So.
Well, Lynn, you are going to hear Calamity speak after calmed and says it within your mind. If the chaos scope is still on, then it will come through as well.
I turned it off.
Oh, if so,
Yeah.
then you're just gonna hear it. He's going to say Neverborn.
Neverborn. Well, that's an interesting bit of information. Does that ring any bells in all of my occult knowledge? Neverborn?
You didn't
You
hear it.
didn't hear that scope was
Oh,
on.
She said
Oh,
it was
I-
off. Yeah.
I
sorry.
thought she said she forgot to turn it off.
Oh,
No, I would have
she-
turned it off right before we're leaving.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything.
But yeah, I mean, if you want to try breaking into a car, absolutely. I mean, hopefully no one sees you do it.
Well, I mean, I would likely obfuscate. Then I would leave. I would avoid the customer parking and go for the employee parking because they're not likely to check their cars regularly.
Mhm.
It's the douchey thing to do, mind you. And then I would be looking for the cheap car that would not likely have a car alarm. And then using obfuscate again to maintain undetected, I would check to see if someone left their car unlocked.
Okay. I always forget if Unseen Passage requires a rouse check. It's the one I always forget. You do it all the time as Sid, does it? Cloak of Shadows does it, but Unseen Passage does it. The moving one. I think it does.
That's
think it
only
does
if I'm
too.
being observed, though, right?
I think he'd vanish.
Yeah, vanish is if you're
You
observed.
can't.
So Cloak of Shadows is if, as long as you're still, you're invisible.
Mhm.
But Unseen Passage is you can move and still be invisible, but
Yeah,
it takes
yeah,
a
yeah.
rouse check
Let me
'cause it's
just-
the higher level.
Let me just pull it up. Just
Yeah,
to be
make sure, but I'm pretty sure that's
Let's see
As
here.
for obfuscate, for the most part,
Yeah.
everything tacks on.
pretty
Yeah.
cool.
That's why it's a useful thing if you don't want to be discovered and you want to do stuff that's naughty sometimes.
Nosferatu.
Yep.
Nosferatu.
Unseen passage.
Best way.
Cost 1 rouse check.
Okay, so go ahead and roll me a
So-
d10
Okay.
if you're using it.
Nosferatu was pretty overpowered in Bloodhunt. Fuck me.
Yeah, Nosferatu are, I wouldn't say they're overpowered in 5e,
How many
but
tens
they're fun.
is
No, I'm talking
Milk
about the
gonna
video game
get?
because I could go invisible,
Oh.
shotgun someone
Well,
in the ass.
I
and they would
only
instantly
get
die.
1 die, so
Yep.
Hopefully one. Hey!
a 10.
Well, that's a pretty good 1 die.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
right.
I
I mean,
can't roll
like-
better than that.
yeah, like a blanket. I mean, you feel it. You just like now it's not wrapping around you. It's more so like you become one with the shadows and darkness as you just slip into it. It doesn't feel like your abyss practices. No, it just seems more like your physical form takes on this dark shade.
I am the shadow.
And you don't need to roll me a stealth check since you're invisible, but you will have to roll me a larceny if you want to break into a car.
So,
And
would
there
that
is
be-
employee parking in the back, so you can avoid at least being seen. There are cameras, but I do see that you have Ghost in the Machine, so you're a-okay.
Yeah, they're literally the cameras are just going to stop working for a bit while I go ahead and again looking for a fairly cheap car that
Steal the
avoiding the
Coast Guard.
alarm. And-
I'll give you a
That poor
choice.
college student that you're stealing the car of.
Yeah, they'll have insurance, and
Right.
we're in a hurry.
Go for a
They-
nicer car if you want to have insurance.
Well, I can see you doing a wits for your
Yeah.
larceny. If you're using
I'm
Oh, sure, thank you.
being smart about it.
yeah, you're
I
trying
saw-
to pick the right car, so I can give you a wits and a larceny.
All right, so that's going to be 6. Now this is where my luck is going to go ahead and fail me.
You say
That's
that.
not bad.
Never
That's not bad
mind.
at all.
Never mind.
See, you don't doubt yourself.
Well,
Not as good as the 3 or the 4 tens, but
All right.
still good.
Yeah. Good
So
time though. All right. Well, you can find what looks to be, I mean, probably a 2001 Camry, Toyota Camry. If you had to guess, I mean, I'm not a car person. I think that's right. I think it is Toyota.
Yeah.
And what's best is this car has a shattered window. And and it has like the someone put like a shirt, from what you can tell, like over.
So I don't even
just,
have to break the window.
No, it doesn't
All
seem
right.
so.
I feel sorry for the person who I'm just lifting their car, but I mean,
Do you?
yeah, a little bit. Me personally, Theo, he could care less. I mean, he's not. It's not a situation where he's like, ends justify the means. This needs to happen because I don't have any other choice, and I
Right.
don't want things to get worse than they already are. So yeah.
Well, you're gonna larceny that car. Get it.
Uh,
You're gonna break into it. It's the same rule, larceny,
Yeah.
breaking into it. So don't
Do
worry
I
about
need to
it.
roll it again or no?
Nope, just that.
Okay.
And Lynn, you finally calm down Calamity. He says the word Neverborn to you. And he'll get out of the water, go back onto the beach. And he is gonna lean down so you can climb off him.
She's not gonna really get off. She's still kind of getting control of her own self after what she just saw.
Well, once you don't get off, Calamity's just gonna then lay down in the beach.
She is going to ask Calamity, what was that?
You're gonna hear once more. Neverborn.
Just wanted to clarify.
And, well, Calamity's just gonna shake his head, very much like a horse, just roughing out its manes. Its mane. Yeah, that's right. And you, dear sweet Theo, you get in there. No alarm. Nothing like that. It even looks like they don't have a radio. Like someone probably broke into their car and took out their radio, which is why they have
So
a
they're
shattered
probably
window.
in the middle of processing their insurance claim.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to make that claim so much more complicated for them.
Yep. They're going to think they're getting fraud, fraud charges.
Yep.
All right.
Well, hey, there's cameras, so they will have pictures of the car being parked there, and then they will have pictures of the camera freaking out for a while, and then the car being gone. And the employee will be at their job working the whole time. So what's the insurance going to claim stole the car? A person or a ghost? Because yeah.
Yeah, well. All right. Well, you're going to see, looks like Lynn is still on top of Calamity, though Calamity is laid down. And it's pretty funny because, I mean, you saw Calamity was spooked or at least angry. Hard to tell. You're not really a horse person. But Lynn seems definitely spooked as she's still just holding on to Calamity.
I will leave the car out of sight of the restaurant, but nearby, and I will leave it running. And I will go ahead and quickly get back down there. But as I close the distance between her and Calamity, I will slow my pace to approach them calmly.
Charge at him.
Yeah.
5 minutes left.
Yeah. No. We have half an hour. It's a 5-minute drive. I've got a vehicle. We can do this.
You can do it.
Like I told the doctor, I will find a way.
You're only 5 minutes away by car.
Yes. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, actually, it's close to the beach.
At which point I will approach Lynn and Clemmy. Lynn?
You might have to repeat yourself a few times.
Lynn, it's me, Theo.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We lost time.
Okay. How much time?
It's 7:30, maybe 7:35 by now. The appointment's at 8. I have hot-wired a car. It's a 5-minute drive. You don't have to write Calamity anymore today.
Calamity didn't like it either this time.
with how she reacted once we got out, I kind of figured. Will Calamity be okay to find her own way back to the Haven? Or do you want...
She would ask Calamity, would it be easier to teleport without me?
Calamity doesn't say anything.
Okay.
If Calamity feels that she wants to stay here, we can go ahead and take this car, go to the meeting, and then I can try to go ahead and drive us back here, and I can try to ditch the car back. Maybe the owner won't ever know it's gone. And then we can go ahead and see about getting Calamity back home, even if it means the two of us walking her down the beach, up the river, and back to our haven. Is Calamity more comfortable with waiting here for us?
$7.40.
She's just gonna ask Calamity, you want to go for a swim? Go eat some
Fish.
delectable
Calamity
shrimp?
says within your mind, I will rest.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he's gonna hang out for a bit. Let's go.
I will look directly at Calamity, and I will say, I am sorry for what you're going through. I do need to take Lynn now, but I will bring her back.
She is going to pat the horse's side, kind of comforting on the shoulder, and then
You're
give
gonna
him
hear
some cigarettes.
something inside your
Okay.
mind, Theo.
Hmm.
It has awoken.
Well, I'll
That's
see if I can
always
get it
good.
some sleeping pills, because it waking up doesn't seem to be doing either you or Lynn any good.
After a few pats, Calamity will get up and start going into the water.
Want
Okay
some
then.
Cigarettes? Just
Mm.
hold out a packet.
Oh yeah, it'll chew the whole packet.
Okay.
All right.
Good job.
Well, sorry to pull you away from the horse so quickly, but we need to motor.
Yeah,
Go.
So
All
basically,
right.
what I'm going to do
45
is
minutes.
I'm going to go ahead and see if, since we have a little time, I'm going to go ahead and go to that directions
Let's go
app.
to a McDonald's.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and
Get some
get my
nugs.
nuggies on right now.
Get my nuggies
No.
before I get the
We
class.
are
Dude,
soaking.
dude.
We are soaking wet right now.
we just have to blow the heaters real
Yeah.
hard in
Won't be
the
hard. It's a really shitty car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, okay. Thrift store on the way. I'm gonna see if it can go ahead and give me a, apparel, clothing, thrift store, Goodwill, what have you, along the
There's
way.
a lot of like campus shops that is like
Camp-
right on the campus.
Okay then.
hmm
Looking to show up in University of Chicago apparel.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, you guys are finding your classroom by asking some folks, and you can find. I mean, it smells like ganja, so that easily leads you to a group that's just hanging out, smoking, having a good time. And I mean, you asked for the Cobb classrooms. You asked for the professor, and yeah, they don't really seem to recognize the professor's name at all. But if they had to guess, since you're going to the Cobb classrooms, it's probably the philosophy classes that you want, and they're going to point to the building. So it's going to be somewhere in that one. They say try the second floor.
All right, excellent. Thank you, guys. Enjoy the ganja.
Oh, they're going to laugh at that and give you like a what?
I'll give
Yeah,
you a big old.
we're clearly not.
What?
What are you saying?
Big biker guy, enjoy the drugs, kids.
Oh God, that's like a dare skit if I've ever heard one, right?
Mm.
You
I mean,
know,
I'm around their age. I'm college age still. I'm like, what am I? 24, 23? What did I put?
What did I put? Sorry. Nice.
what did I put
Okay.
on my fake ID?
I'm
Mhm.
23.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my character looks like she's 20. She's really 80 though.
It's really
40.
80 though.
3.
Yeah. Okay. I like the switch. Okay. Well, you guys are making your way. You go to where they lead you. You go into the building, one of the co-op suites. You go to the second floor. You guys start heading, and you hear music. Sounds like a bass, specifically. A nice little bass tune. It's pretty catchy, pretty groovy. And following the noise, there's someone that is leaned outside a classroom. They're like right up against the wall. And yeah, it's a gentleman. Gentleman.
Ooh.
I'll be cool. The coolest.
The cool
Yeah.
professor.
Excuse me, sir. There we go. All right. It is a young man with very strong, chiseled features, and he has wild, curled, permed hair, like that from the 80s. He
Like
has
a punch
dark
perm?
the 80s style, like hairband perm, so it's like super big, bushy. He has dark hazel eyes, and his hair is burgundy. You can see, like in the light, it has like a little bit of like a purplish red. He has a band shirt that you can tell that was like a t-shirt, but the sleeves have been cut to make a tank top. And he has ripped, faded up jeans, and his shirt says Cryptic Short. And well, he has a cigarette in his mouth that is indeed lit. And he has, well, a guitar. And I mean, as soon as you approach, his eyes, he makes contact. And I mean, he gets a pretty big smile. And he's going to ask, and look at that, I made a little fake cigarette.
Yeah.
It's clear, it's fake. So Twitch knows it's fake. He is going to ask if you guys are here for the night class.
I believe so, yeah.
Sent you a picture that might work for his profile, just in case you want to use it.
I have an example picture. I'll just put it up real quick. I didn't really want to I don't know who it actually is, but it was perfect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'll hide the
Yeah.
face. But
Oh
at
my
least
God.
get that kind of hair.
Well, it
yeah.
crops it-
I don't know who it
Crops at
is,
the
so I don't
nose
want to.
for us, so.
No,
That's fine. I don't know. I don't want to dox someone.
Weird Al Yankovic style. Okay.
Very
Yeah.
easy, yeah.
Yeah, I pulled a video game character up from
Uh-huh.
Yakuza Like a Dragon, the main character, because I was like,
Yeah.
punch perm, freaky hair, really big. That might work.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, as soon as you approach, he's not really playing now. He's more so kind of just plucking at it, and what group are you guys part of? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm gonna look over the doctor and see what the doctor's gonna say.
Give me a second. Perfect. I will hold out my hand, let him know that I am Dr. Amala Shamash.
He will take your hand and he'll kiss the back of it. I mean, he still has a cigarette in his mouth when he does it too.
A romantic, I see. I let him know that if we are classifying our affiliations, I guess I would be Ventru.
He tells you it's pretty bodacious, and he says, "What about you?"
Well, since everything seems to be out on the table, I believe.
Dated. So dated.
I'll shake his hand and I'll give him a firm handshake and say, "Does that tell you?"
Oh, he's gonna kiss the back of your hand too.
What?
Oh, romantic.
Oh, can you not tell exactly what clan he is at this point?
Yeah, I wonder what. Maybe with that handshake, we both know who each other's clans are.
Well, he's gonna tell you that. Well, he's not his real name. He'll give you a stage name, and he was recommended to go by this name. He tells you he's Wallace Winters. Surely you've heard of me.
No.
Oh,
He'll laugh. Yeah. Well, he tells you that he's not really like you guys. He says he's a little different. He says apparently this is a pretty this is a hella opportunity for him. He says it's not often his types get this chance. Apparently whoever turned him was, I don't know, someone important.
Shh. Oh well.
Oh, he's gonna ask. He says he's honestly surprised that other people are interviewing. He thought he was gonna be the only one. From what I understand, the interviews were already over. He asked if you know anything about Duskmorn. He says apparently the derogatory term is thin blood.
I'm not aware. No.
Very little. I've been doing research, and I believe it is something I've encountered and done some experimentation on. Nothing crazy. I work at a hospital. Sorry.
Oh, he tells you now that's pretty gnarly. Huh. Well, he tells you that from what he understands, he's not as cool as your kind. He's especially Ventru. He's actually met a few. You're the bigwigs. You're the ones with power. It's pretty cool. No, he tells you that from what he understands, you folks can't eat food. You can't go out during the day. Tells you honestly, he thinks he got it lucky.
Oh, snap.
Perhaps.
Well, he's not sure. How did you guys get here? Is it just because you're the fancy types? Is that all it takes?
We have some contacts.
Brew hot fancy?
Well, you have a doctor and
I
a
look very fancy.
biker. A well-to-do, inspirational doctor could ring true to Ventru easily. Makes sense. And then a biker that fits Brew really well.
Well,
you guys kind of fit the mold.
My answer is that we were lucky, and Bubba helped us get in, and I'm gonna give Bubba a pet.
Brought the dog with you into this.
100%.
Tubular.
Bubba's a very good boy.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get down. He's gonna give him some scratches, and he's gonna keep his cigarette away from the dog. He tells him that he's a good boy.
If only
He's gonna ask if it's your service dog.
Very
That's
much
one
so.
way to look at it, yeah.
Freaking, if
He
that's
tells
a
you he's hella
service dog, it's
jealous.
an effing Marine of a service dog.
Well, he hopes you're ready for this interview. He said he got a speech. He asked if you know who. We'll be careful. He asked if you know the name Brett.
I honestly have no idea what is going on right now.
No, I don't think I heard about Brett.
You say strange words. I do not know this Brett person. This is fun. I'm having fun.
Yeah, he tells you he's the whole reason why he's here. He's been, helping him out, teaching him the ways. And once, like I said, he got lucky. He got easy. He doesn't have to cover his ass like you guys do. In fact, he doesn't even really need to drink blood. Thank God. Though he says that he doesn't think it would be a problem. Here. He says, while we're waiting, let me show you something. He's gonna take out his wallet, and as he does, you can see he's opens it. He has a decent amount of cash in there, but there's a lot of just slips of paper. And while he's shuffling, trying to get something out, you can tell a lot of them have phone numbers. And he's gonna be pulling out a picture, and it's a picture of what looks to be a band. And you can tell since it's from a concert.
No.
It's a band called Cryptic Short, and it shows a woman who seems to be the singer, shows the other band members, and it shows a young boy that's in the picture, probably about 10 years old, if you had to guess. Yeah, he asks if you know of his mom's band. He says she's retired now, but back in the day, she was the baby chorus, if you know what he's saying.
Oh, I like Baby Chorus.
He told you then you don't know good music.
No, I grew up in the Middle East. The music is very different here. It's very hard for me to like most of what I hear on the radio.
He asks if you've been to the basement.
Is
I
that
am not.
fun?
He told me that's the club that he usually performs in. He says he's tried bands, didn't go very well, which is why he had to rebrand himself as Wallace. Now he's just a single show. And he says that's where he was when everything changed. He doesn't even remember what happened. He was he says it was a good concert. Oh, he's gonna ask if the two of you are
No.
No.
Well, he's gonna look at you, Doctor, and he's gonna nod. Well, he's gonna say that he actually has been set up with a dorm here. If you're interested, after this interview, he can show it to you.
I'm sorry. Are you hitting on me right now?
He says it depends.
Is the
That's
answer
not
yes?
working.
Not very well. No, I will have to admit.
Ah.
And he'll say no. He just knows that you folks can't be up very late if you ever need a place to crash. He can keep an eye on you.
Oh well, I appreciate that. That's very nice of you.
It's always nice to have more friends.
Yeah, I'll give him my business card. It'll be nice to let him know if he ever
Get hit by a
needs to
car.
call. If he ever needs to call us for anything, yeah, he can give us a call.
He says, "Here, let him give you your card. Let him give you his card." And he's going to go into what looks to be, it's a bag for a guitar, an instrument. He's going to open it up. He's going to pull out a picture of himself, and he's going to flip it on the back. He's going to write something on there, and he'll hand it to you, Doctor.
Oh, perfect. I'm just gonna rip it in half and take the part with a number and put the other half in my pocket. Oh, perfect. Thank you.
He'll offer the two of you a cigarette.
I'll whip out my own cigar.
This guy has to have
Man.
this guy has to have the strongest resolve not to cringe at the amount of this the doctor is just whipping out and slapping him with time and
he
time
knows
again.
women. He knows.
Playing hard to get, Doc.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, this is just hilarious.
Great minds think alike.
Well, I know the rest of you are going to be making your way. So he is going to make just some small talk. So yes, his mother was in the band Cryptic Short. Her name is Riley Winters. And he's been a huge fan for a long time. For the longest time, he was just touring. He was living in his 1966 VW bus, which is white and blue. And he would love to show you, Doctor,
Oh, I'm sure he would.
if you ever have the time.
Yeah, he wants to take you to the bang bus.
Yeah. But only recently, in fact, it was in the beginning of the month, things changed. He had a successful concert, got a little intoxicated. There were a few ladies that were celebrating their 21st birthday. They had a little bit of fun. He remembers someone. And he strains, but he kind of shrugs it off. Says that really he woke up and he felt different, better, honestly. He says he didn't even really know what was going on. He just thought,
Had a really good night.
he honestly just thought that things were turning around for him. He tells you his music came easier to him. That's what he really noticed. He just could draw people's attention and people began to flock to him. And he says, I guess that drew attention, and that's how this all started. And he said if it wasn't for Brett, he probably would have been dead. But from what he can get, and he hasn't gotten the name of... he can't remember what they call it, but the one that made this happen. No one's willing to tell him who it was, but he knows it must have been someone important, because they didn't just chop his head off. He shrugs. He says if you ever hear anything, let him know. He'd appreciate it.
Yeah, will do. I'm in a bit of a similar predicament as well.
Yeah, he says from what he understands, it's pretty common. People just inflicting others. Like I said, he feels bad for you guys. Everything for him's been better. Now he's going to school and actually getting some music education, which he tells he doesn't really need that, but he'll admit running a band is not as easy as he thought. He says if it's not personality conflicts, it's scheduling conflicts. He hopes to learn how to do it better. In fact, he even hopes to maybe make his own baby chorus. Ask if either of you know how to play
a bit myself.
Yes, what you play?
Guitar.
Yeah. He tells you tubular. He says he can play the guitar. He prefers the bass. I mean, he says if you're ever interested, he'd like to see you shred.
Well, maybe we'll hang out sometime.
Yeah. He's gonna look over at you, Doctor, and ask if your hands are any good.
Those hands are good for something, ain't they? No, I don't say that. Stitches.
I will let him know that I never was one to practice an instrument outside of school. I tell him that my hands is mostly used for blood work.
Not that kind of blood work.
You know what? He says that he's taken quite a liking to you. He's gonna give you some a warning. He tells you this guy we're gonna see. He doesn't remember his name. He says honestly,
a convoluted name.
Whatever.
I thought it was Creates. Creatus.
Professor Dominius. Can't do that one.
He tells you that's the name he's not supposed to use. The one he's supposed to use, he says he learned you could just call him the Doctor. So that's what he's gonna do. But he tells you apparently he doesn't like women.
Doctor.
Yeah. He doesn't like women, so he tells you good luck.
Oh.
Well, that means he's been hurt by a woman before. Or a man. He's been hurt by somebody.
You know, the more you talk, the more I realize you don't have a psychological degree, Doctor.
No, not at all.
He's gonna ask you, Doctor, then who hurt you?
My father.
Easy.
Yeah, I mean, he'll get a smile at that. He tells you can see it. It's all over your face. Well, and in your attitude. He tells you don't worry. He thinks it's kind of hot.
Okay.
So how far are we getting to the that store this year?
I am going to ask Rune, why do people keep hitting on me all of a sudden?
I mean, you have a very magnetic personality, Doctor.
Women! All right, well.
That and you have the air of the unattainable.
This is also the first time you RP'd as a woman, so.
It is. I was excited when he said he wanted, because I wanted him to play a lady for so long, because I like to play guy characters. So, heck yeah. All right. Okay. Well, you guys want to stop by a shop, one of those shops that are off the campus, near the campus, and you're looking for new clothes because you are sopping wet.
Yeah. Something that'll help us blend in, but something that doesn't look like we're the chic university scum of the world, you know, the ones that blow all their money at the shop because they want to, you know, represent with pride.
Yeah.
But something that's reasonable and not too expensive. And unfortunately, Lynn, will you be able to cover it? I didn't bring money with me.
I left my wallet in my other pants.
Yeah, well, I mean, Theo doesn't have a lot of money.
Like, do I just carry the 4K around with me everywhere?
That's the question, isn't it?
You're the one that generates most of the money for the entire group.
Right. I think, okay, for her pay change, she might bring around maybe 100.
So that's enough for 2 shirts at university.
Basically, yeah.
So unless we are going to get ahead and tricking some people into giving us their clothes for that 100, Yeah,
There's
we're
some high
going
guys.
in.
You might have luck with that.
We might end up having to go ahead and go in sopping wet then. Yes, I mean, I doubt that Theo has more than a 20 bill on him.
We just play off that like, oh my gosh, it's raining. It's so I mean,
Question, what's the weather? Question, what's the weather been like in Chicago on this lovely day?
I mean, it
Isn't there supposed to be
definitely.
a snowstorm coming up?
You know, there's a snowstorm coming up, though it hasn't come quite yet. End of the week.
I think rather than saying the weather, there's, I'm assuming, a pool on campus, right?
Mm-hmm.
We just simply have to say that we had a mishap at the pool. Please let it not be drained at this time because that will be very awkward.
It is winter.
Yeah,
Pool's
it might
drained
be
at winter,
frozen
isn't it?
over.
No, they wouldn't let a campus pool freeze over. It's either heated or it's drained.
Mm. Mm.
Is it an interior pool or exterior pool? That's the question.
You guys have no idea.
Nope.
Where is all that intel I asked for?
You wanna call your shadow?
Well, I assume that it would be coming to me to deliver that information to me.
You have to give like a a call, a beckon, because you want it to look for anything threatening. If it notices anything threatening, it'll come to you. But if you want just like a recap, yeah, you can try to call it.
Okay, so
But
there's
threatening.
nothing threatening. Okay, then if that's the case, I'll just leave it be until it makes me aware. Basically, use it as a spidey sense, only a raven sense.
Okay.
At which
go
point,
bathroom when you sort
I
this
mean, I guess we are going ahead and we try to dry off the best we can on the way there, and we don't have enough money to go and buy anything more than a couple of towels at the school store. This is why I wanted a thrift store or something cheap, but nope.
Man, prices these days, it just keeps going up.
These towels will have the logo of U Chicago, so that's
It
cool.
used to be $1/4 a gallon of gas. Do you believe that?
Okay.
Too damn high.
Right, it's too damn high.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to park the car haphazardly, fish a couple empty alcoholic containers out of a nearby trash, throw them in the floorboard, and leave the door open.
Okay. Works for me.
Damn,
I mean-
college kids stealing cars for joyrides.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know, if they file the insurance claim, they have to update it, and we don't have a chance to get the car back to where we got it at. If it gets found, at least that'll make it easier for the insurance claim saying, yeah, the car was stolen again.
Right.
And it looks like it was just a couple college kids that had a few drinks and had some fun. And the car wasn't damaged or anything. You're just missing some gas.
Yeah. Well, only like 6 minutes. It's not that bad.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Well, you guys now are gonna have to make your way uncomfortably.
Patting off with the towels we picked up.
Yeah. So towels will probably cost you about 25. So 20.
You can hear her yell that from outside of the store.
Yeah, it'll probably be close to about $35 with tax. Oh, when did tax get so dang high?
I refuse to pay this.
Just punch
Lynn?
him.
Lynn, do you want to go ahead and go into this interview sopping wet, or do you want something to dry off with? It's
These
either this or
aren't going to help enough. They aren't worth $35. They're
Oh,
pieces
oh.
of fabric.
okay. So we're gonna just roll in the grass until we dry off. Is that what we're gonna do?
Can we just like stand under the heating unit for like?
We don't have that time.
You have about 6 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
One
Someone's
towel.
counting.
One towel that we have to share.
Not worth two.
Okay, well, this is going to be a little uncomfortably close, but yeah, okay, I guess we're sharing a towel.
Okay. It'll be about
And
16
he
bucks
is
of
going
tax.
to He's going to try to be as very gentlemanly about it as possible, literally letting her use the towel first. And after she's done, then he'll try to use what's left of the towel.
She's just really just trying to. Her hair is not wet though, isn't it?
Your hair? Oh, your hair is definitely wet. It's just like your things that are in like your pocket. So like the shell, yes, but anything internal, no.
Yeah, so it's just the outer layer that's wet.
Yeah.
So literally, I mean, while she's using the towel to dry, we're drying as we're walking. There's going to be a point where he's literally taking his shirt off and swanging it out a few times and then putting it back on.
All right.
Trying to get as much moisture out of it as possible.
You guys also have to gonna use some maps but that's right up your alley. You can just see the campus map to find the Cobb. Whatever. Oh, yep, Cobb. Okay. You can find that there's the gate, the main entry into the campus. Though you are going to be coming from the beach side, so you're mostly going to be walking besides it. And I mean, as you guys are going, you're going to hear some students that are going to be cheering at the both of you. Kind of give like a yeah, my man, as you guys are going. And I mean, you can tell it's just like probably some frat boys or something that are just, hey, good job, guys.
But
good
what
job.
are they going on about?
Cheers, girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming they think that we're a couple and we just had a very fun time getting very wet together.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. That is the only reason why two people, a male and a female, would be this sopping wet walking to a night class, sharing a towel. Yeah. Because so yeah.
Well, at least they're showing up.
It kind of fits college culture because last time I went to a class, I did a skit. It was for speech class, and we were supposed to lip sync to a song. And I chose Your Horoscope Today by Weird Al. So I chose to go as I just woke up from the morning and I'm sitting at a table with a box of cereal and I've got a literal newspaper in my hand. So of course I'm wearing nothing but a robe to class. Of course I had clothing underneath, but the cat calls.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ow, ow.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting. But yeah, that is college culture for you in a T.
Oh yeah. Especially in Chicago. Chicago's up. Anyways.
And then I had a female classmate open my robe just to see if I was naked underneath. I'm glad I had jean shorts on underneath that and a shirt.
I do believe so. She owes you dinner after that.
Yeah.
Only if he was naked.
Well,
anyway.
I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know your guys' thoughts, but thankfully, or maybe you guys are having a grand old time, but you do finally see walking down the hall, coming in your direction, two familiar faces that, I mean, you know how it works with Calamity. They're drenched, and you can tell they have one towel that now Theo is using to try to dry himself off, but they are still in their wet clothes.
Theo, I see you finally found the towel you were begging for a couple of days ago.
You're
not late, at least.
Yes. It was tricky, but as I said, I will find a way.
You do it. Sorry.
I am not from Uganda.
My Buddha.
God dang you.
There's another gentleman here. Once more, I'll have to, re-describe him, but very 80s-esque style. Lynn, I mean, this definitely be a blast from the past. You remember that time, that era. Maybe not one of your most favorites, I don't know. But he's going to state he's going to state that he did not expect so many people to be showing up. Yeah, he tells you this is hella. Huh. He's going to ask, what's the two of your names?
Doesn't someone normally give their name before they go ahead and ask for someone else's? I'm confused. Hi, you can call me Theodore.
He tells you Regal. He tells you you can call him Wallace. Wallace Winters.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the doctor and Rune. Been waiting long.
Not really, no.
Oh. Are we in the right place?
Evidently. Right? Last dude, the guy.
What time is it?
You have about 2 minutes until 8 o'clock.
Are we sure we're in the right place?
That's why I just asked the guy.
Yes, this Mr. Wallace has informed us this is where the interviews happen. Lynn, forewarning, apparently this gentleman we are meeting is sexist against the females, so try not to punch him.
Yeah, he's gonna laugh at that.
I only punch a few people, Doctor. People who try to, mind control me. I have a special attunement to doing
I'm sorry,
that
what?
too.
Mind control?
Mixed company.
So he's gonna say that you two are also the fancy kind. He's gonna ask, what group are you guys?
I'm sorry, Mr. Winter, was it? I don't believe I know you well enough to discuss any affiliations.
So he says you're a secret kind. Well, he tells you you're not ugly.
Excuse me?
Well, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I mean,
Yeah, he says he's gotten a little bit of a rundown. He says apparently the secretive ones are the ugly ones, but he says you're not ugly. It's probably not that.
Has this gentleman been like this the entire time you've been waiting?
oh yeah.
He's quite pleasant.
He knew sparks were gonna. I mean, the door is going to open.
Nice change of pace. He's happy.
Yeah. Door is going to open as a man steps through. I do have a picture for him.
Oh, lovely.
Hmm.
Wow.
That's old.
Oh.
Dude looks like he came out of the D&D handbook for monk.
His eyes scan over. And he is going to look at Mr. Winters first. And he's going to tell him to come in. All right. Well, Winters is going to wish you best of luck. He'll see you on the flip side. And he's going to head inside. And he's actually going to put out his cigarette before he goes in.
After Winters is in the room, and I'm assuming the door shuts behind him and he's getting his interview, I'm going to look over at Rune and the doctor and said, so he asked you what your affiliations with. Please tell me you told them something evasive.
I just gave him a strong handshake.
I got this phone number.
Okay, so
I believe he was hitting on me.
okay,
Oh, really?
So Rune dates at the club and the doctor dates at the university. So I guess I know what.
Huh, Doc?
Oh heavens, no!
Well, you got his phone number, so that means you were quite successful, from what I can tell.
We exchanged business cards. Yes.
Business cards. He gave you a business card?
I'm gonna show you the half-ripped face picture.
Oh, what happened to the rest of it? Did he give you a ripped up picture that he put his number on?
No, he tried to give me a whole picture, but I only needed this half.
Did you
That
see the
poor
look on
man.
his face
That
when you
poor
tore his
man.
picture in half?
He wiggled his eyebrows at me.
Well,
Ugh.
at least you have one that is definitely stalwart in his pursuits.
Well, based on the fact he kissed both the back of my hand and Rune's hand, I believe he is what's known as a romantic.
Okay, sure. Theodore.
Interesting.
So yes, from my understanding, the gentleman we're about to meet doesn't really do these interviews often.
Yeah. I think that's definitely the gist that I'm getting. What did your contact say again, Rune?
You mean Bo?
Well, yes. I wasn't going to name names. I'm trying to be
It's
light
just
on-
us. It's just awareness check. I'm gonna see if there's anyone around. Fuck it.
It wouldn't hurt to be a little more cautious. That's all I'm saying.
I was being cautious. Didn't you see I gave a fake name?
No. You are fine.
I mean, the doctor said Lynn. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just
That
gonna
was
say
pretty
I have.
groovy.
Hold on. Ah, look at that 0 in subtlety and subterfuge. Beautiful.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Case in point, please in public call me Ryan. I'm not Lynn out in public anymore.
Ryan.
Yes.
Perfect.
Won't remember that.
I will try my best.
If you want the full name, it's Ryan
So-
Bancroft.
I like
Okay,
that
then.
last name. Very fancy.
Rune,
Yeah.
give me the deets on this interview again, please.
Basically, we're just well, according to my informant, basically, we're just gonna talk to him. Don't say anything fucking stupid. Probably gonna quiz us on a few things. So, probably important you memorize
Don't mention that one
the
name
6 rules.
that you won't tell us.
Yeah, which is why I won't mention it to you. I'll tell you, starts with an M if he brings it up. Hey.
Okay, so I'm going to
Bad
have to be evasive around any M names. Got it.
Apparently. So no one bring up Morticia.
I believe it's a man's
Mordecai?
name.
Mordecai.
Morticia.
What was it, Mulaney or something?
Manila?
Mm.
Mm.
Ah.
Oh well.
You don't have Edict memory. I
It's
don't know.
probably
Something like
important
that.
it's probably important that I just forget that name exists.
Great. Okay.
All right. Well, he's in there for probably about a little bit under 10 minutes, 8 minutes or so, until he finally comes on out. Yeah, he's gonna give you all a big smile. He's gonna light up a new cigarette, put it in his mouth. He tells you all he'll see you in class in 2 days. And he's gonna look at you, Doctor, and yeah, he'll give you a nod. He'll look over at you, Lynn, and give you a nod, and he's gonna leave.
I'm not the ladies.
Seems if
Door
he can't
remains
get
open.
with you, dog. He's probably gonna come after me. So please try to humor him because I don't really like his style at all.
Oh no, I think that was a nod of remember the warning.
Oh,
Hmm.
because that's the two of us. Yep.
Well, there is movement as someone now stands, looks over, even looking over at Bubba. I'm gonna roll. Well, he's going to look at you, and he's going to say, Theo, come in.
I will go in.
Hmm.
Considering that I didn't give my name as Theo, but I did give it as Theodore. But then again, Bowman did
Well, you gave
set
it
the appointment. So
You gave it to Wallace, is that? All right.
I think we're going to go last.
Yeah, I mean, you make your way. I had a picture up before. But yeah, it's a small classroom, like a square shape, has a blackboard in the back that he's gonna take a seat on one side, motion for you to take a seat on the other, so you can face each other. Still some distance. He gets himself comfortable. He's going to ask you, Theo, where did you attend school?
Unfortunately, that information is lost to me.
He's going to ask, how did you end up in Chicago?
My apologies for repeating myself again. I have no memories since the life-changing event I went through a few months back.
He apologizes. He says, let him try a new line of question then. Yes, what is it you love about Chicago? This domain.
When the night's right and you get to the right part of Chicago, you can have some peace and quiet. There are too many places that are noisy in the world. I just want some place to sit down with a good book and read. And there are a few nooks and crannies here and there here that are not full of noise just yet.
He tells you well spoken. What knowledge do you seek?
That's a tough question because it would be easier to answer what knowledge that I don't seek than what knowledge I do. I seek as much as I can attain, as much as I can learn. The only knowledge that I don't want would be the knowledge that would end me.
And what makes you believe you are worthy of joining my academy?
Worthiness. I would say whether I'm worthy or not is yet to be determined. If you are the teacher as I am to the student, I am a rough cut stone that may have a gem inside. It will be the effort of both of us to combine to see if I'm worth anything or just something that should be cast aside. Is it not true? For me to assume I have immense amount of worth would be a poor assumption.
Tells you the choice is yours.
If you're willing to offer me knowledge, I will happily accept.
What do you hope you will achieve?
Survival in a manner that is comfortable enough that I shall not need to suffer fools.
He asks, what is your opinion on the mortal?
Dangerous. 1, 2 might be fine. I can easily defend myself against, maybe, but in large quantities, when they're scared, I don't want to be on the other end of that. So I respect that danger. I understand that danger, but I don't fear that danger.
He tells you mortals must not be taken for granted. He asks, what is your view of your beast?
It is me, and I am it. It's hard to explain. There is when I went through my change, so much of me was lost. So much of it is what helped me rebuild who I am now. So it's hard to say where I end and it starts. It's kind of, I understand that some struggle with theirs, but since as the majority of my memories are new when I went through my event, it's always been there with me, if that makes sense. So
he says you mentioned an event. Elaborate.
I apologize, but given the nature of the event, that's something that I feel uncomfortable disclosing. The individuals involved with the reason why I am would destroy me if they knew I still exist. So I refuse to give that information out for my own personal safety. If that makes me unable to become a student, then that is the way it has to be.
He tells you that weakness must be purged. He says now is the time to let it out. Or he will not waste his time with you.
What do you mean, weakness?
He tells you
it's weak
that
to
you
have
remember
enemies?
more than you perceive.
In bits and pieces. I try to
This is
piece together, but it doesn't always come clear. Fuzzy, grainy at best, but always incomplete.
He asks, how do you perceive your existence?
It's a struggle, but not a struggle. It's complex. And the dreams at night seem to always lean into more knowledge that I can gain. Or should I say the dreams during the day?
And what of your religious beliefs? Do you see those as a driving force of change?
I don't understand religion. It doesn't make sense to me. So much of it is based on faith with no proof. So much of these written texts that people pour their hearts and souls into are not but written by man at the suggestion that they were given to someone by God of one nature or another. It's too easy for man to lie to himself, to others, and so much that is written is not truthful because the victors often change histories. There are many kings that have rewritten many sacred texts. So unless you literally can hand me a text written by a god themselves, everything should be questioned unless you have proof firsthand.
He tells you that he sees value within you, though very little that it is. He cannot guarantee that you will graduate, but he thinks that you are at least worth the attempt. He tells you to never show cowardice again in his classroom, or you will be kicked out. He tells you you may leave. He will see you on Saturday at 10 o'clock.
Understood.
And he's gonna let you walk out. Everyone else is standing there just waiting. If you guys needed to talk about anything while he's in there, let me know. But if not, he'll call in the next person.
So, the horse got worse.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not, now it's scared of going by teleportation, too.
I will tell you this.
Apparently, I woke something up.
It was not you. It is what was inside you that woke it up.
Well, I made a dumb decision that put that thing inside of me, so in turn, I still kind of woke it up.
You, and from my understanding also, this horse does not really have a choice into what you are being forced into. Which is why I suggest we find this gentleman we have spoken about as quickly as possible. From my understanding, he may be the only one who can help you at this point.
Oh boy.
All right. Well, Rune's in there for a little bit shorter than Wallace. 5 minutes.
Theo.
Or,
Yeah.
I said Rune, didn't I?
Yeah.
Theo's in there for a little bit shorter than Wallace was. As he makes his way on out, opens the door. Anything you want to say to him before he calls the next person?
How'd you do?
Barely passed. And is he right behind me, or is he like at a desk waiting to get up?
Yeah, he hasn't gotten up yet. He's letting you leave first, just like what he did with Wallace.
He does not suffer any form of cowardice. Do not be fearful, but be honest. It's the only thing I can tell you.
Lynn's gonna fist bump with Rune.
Okay.
Bruja figures. They're like,
Mhm.
yeah, we can be ballsy. It's what we do.
All right. Well, after you you leave the class, he comes up just a little bit. He's going to scan once more. He's going to tell Rune to come on in.
Alrighty.
Close the door behind you as he's going to take a seat on the far end, motioning you for take a seat on the other so he can look right at you.
All right, I'll sit down.
He tells you this conversation will be short. He promises. He asks, where did you attend school?
I went to a high school out of the state. Like went up Ravens High. Or
All right, he asks, what makes you believe you are worthy of joining my academy?
Well, I have been told before that I have potential. Hopefully we can see it through.
And he asks, what is your opinion on the mortal?
Well, I see them like I see my friends outside.
And how do you view your beast?
Not had much experience with it as yet, but it is potentially very dangerous. It has influenced me to make choices that I don't feel I would have otherwise.
He tells you then he will see you on Saturday at 10 o'clock.
See how it is. I see how it is.
I told you
I
Bruja would win.
I see how it is. He's no. Freaking, I got the nth degree because I am so far from a Bruja, it's painful for him to deal with me. And freaking Bruja rolls up and gets the easy A. Yeah. Oh yeah. He's like, oh yeah, you're Bruja. Okay, you can get in.
Yep, he's going to motion that you may leave.
All right, I'll get up. Thank you, Professor.
Yeah, I mean, instantly. I mean, Rue was in there for maybe a minute as he's already walking out, which might be a little disconcerting for you guys.
Did he fail you?
No, we're good.
Nope. Okay.
Well, I kind of expected that to go that way.
Did you really?
Yes.
All right, well, he's going to make his way out as he's going to scan, looking at you, Lynn, you, Doctor, at the dog.
Is it going to interview?
Oh, that's
He'll take
right.
the
That's
dog
right.
next.
He's
Wow.
He fixed it. That's right.
No, he's going to tell Lynn to come in.
Oh,
He is going to motion for you to take a seat on one side as he'll take a seat on the other, with you closing the door behind you.
this is going to be an interesting conversation because Lynn's been around the block for a while.
He's going to ask you, why should he waste his time with you?
Ooh. Well,
Oh.
question to start off with.
No weakness.
I got this.
See, now you're playing into a little bit of her inferiority complex, and it's not helping.
Interesting.
Just slap him silly. He'll either fail you or you'll go ahead and pass. I mean, come on.
Right.
Oh boy.
Let me show you why I'm worth it. Bam!
Mm.
Sorry, I'm distracting her. I'm making her laugh
Mhm.
instead of letting her think. My bad.
Oh man, I feel her want to be brutally honest is coming on. Okay. Let's be honest between the two of us. We both know that this whole thing, this dance, this is all just for politics. This is just so that some people who live in shiny little halls can feel at peace. I don't care about any of this. I really don't. There's so many other things going on in this world right now.
He tells you we don't all have a choice, but in this, you do. Be smart. He will repeat his question one final time. Why should he waste his time with you?
Why do you see me as a waste of time?
He tells you you've done very little to prove otherwise.
It's true, I don't really care much about the vampire world. I don't try to get caught up in it too much. That came all over my fingers.
He says that he knows that you've heard the rumors. How do you feel about Manele and everything he was able to accomplish within this city?
Context?
You aren't given any.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
You're
mention
not get.
if there's an M name.
Right,
Bad
right.
time.
No, my question was more sort of towards the storyteller. Like, would that name bring up any sort of memory flow?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and give me a
Yeah.
roll.
Oh,
Give me
wait.
a.
Yeah, Lynn might have
Yep.
firsthand experience.
That's why I asked. She's not a baby like you guys. Roll me a mental and politics.
Okay.
Roll high.
Please. Okay, so that's 5. Yeah,
5 tens. Easy.
5 tens.
I mean, it's happened before.
that's this one. Can I roll a lucky? Can I
Yes.
use lucky? Okay.
Yes.
Uh,
You can also
So-
burn willpower if you want.
doing that, no matter. There's too many times that I need that
Yep.
recently.
Yeah. I get it.
Yes.
She saves the freaking willpower for the freaking boogeyman.
Mm.
And apparently the boogeyman's inside of her, yes. So what do I re-roll exactly?
Oh, yeah, you're lucky, I think.
Was that 3?
Yeah, I'll check. Sorry, you guys right here. For my dear sweet Lynn.
I kind of feel bad with this
That's
guy.
a 3, correct.
Yeah. I feel bad for Lynn getting questioned by this guy.
That's only 1.
Hates
better.
ladies, apparently. Okay,
Yep.
you know.
That's fine.
Yeah, I forgot about that. No wonder the guys
No.
went first.
No. I think he hates weakness and he
Mm.
perceives women
Women as weak.
naturally as weak. So he's a bastard, in other words.
No.
Okay. Ugh. Jeez. Yikes, a 2.
2 out of 5.
I know you're a country girl. That's the problem.
No, if I
So-
don't know anything, that's fine.
The
That is
best
totally
I
fine.
could say is that name would only ring a bell, and you know that he it's a he.
Mhm.
He was a Bruja, very much a more philosophical Bruja from what you know. And I mean,
Okay.
you never met him, never anything like that. And Lord knows where he is now, but that's really about it.
So are you going to just be blunt and honest, or are you going to go ahead and make some shit up? It was this philosophical brouhaha that you never ran into, but you've heard about, but
Mhm.
didn't pay much attention to because you were too busy living your life in the country.
Yep. I only heard that name in passing. I've never seen or spoken or worked anywhere towards this particular individual. You really think anyone like me, as you've heard, as you obviously have heard a little bit about me, do you really think I would care about someone like that?
Ooh.
Yes, what is your opinion on the mortal?
Same as a vampire. There are some that are good, some that are pretty evil.
How do you view your beast?
Something to control. Something that's never gonna have power over me.
He nods. You actually see him give a nod. He says this will be hard work, but he will see you Saturday at 10.
Sounds good.
And he'll wait for you to leave. Lynn finally makes her way out. She was there a little bit less than Theo was, but more than Rune, that's for sure.
It's just because Theo talks too damn much.
Yeah, well, Lynn's coming out.
Oh God, jeez.
Good news.
E.T.,
Uh-huh.
did you make it?
Yeah. She's gonna look at the doctor and just like, don't get philosophical.
All right, he finally pokes his way out. He's gonna look at you, Amala, look at the dog. He tells the both of you to come in.
Same time.
Make my way inside.
Close the door behind you. He's gonna motion for you to sit on one side as he'll sit on the other.
Right?
He tells you this will be quick. He says your blood is destined to pass. So, yes, where did you attend school? Oh, right, and I have to mute. He's looking it up again. You keep forgetting.
It's Duke University. Funnily enough, North Carolina.
He's gonna ask, how did you end up in Chicago?
Work?
I will tell him work. I was transferred here to work, and I'll tell the hospital that I work at.
And he asks, what makes you believe you are worthy of joining my academy?
I will let him know that I, hopefully, am here to learn as much as I can. And I will let him know there is a added bonus of being able to go with people I like.
Aw.
And why should he waste his time with someone like you?
A woman.
I was told not to be philosophical. Okay. All right.
You're also told that he doesn't appreciate cowardice or dishonesty. So be honest, be brave, and don't be philosophical.
Perfect.
bold.
Easy. Yeah, I'm going to ask if you would be so kind as to suffer one minor insult, and I must ask a question before I answer that. I ask him, and I assume, but I would like to hear it out loud, that anything said or discussed in this room stays purely within this room in a confidential confines.
He tells you if you have not heard it, then you need to. He says that this campus is his domain. He tells you to speak freely, especially in his classroom.
Perfect. Well, tell him that I am here to continue down the path I am already walking, to learn how to heal, both vampire and mortal.
What an interesting word to use. Heal. Huh, no doctor. All right. And he asks of your religious beliefs. Is this your driving force of change?
I tell him family is my driving force for change. I will let him know.
Catherine was like, ugh.
Yeah, I'll let him know my sister was afflicted with the vampirism before myself. And I'll let him know that I followed into it so I could continue to help her.
He asks, how do you perceive your existence?
I tell him a blessing. One that I could use to, hopefully, help as many people as I can.
What do you hope that you will achieve within his classroom?
I would hope to achieve what anyone who attends a class learns to achieve: knowledge to help me further reach the ends of my goals.
He's going to ask your opinion on the prince, Kevin Jackson, the one who shares your blood.
Wallace was a fucking plant.
I will tell him in my small time walking this new truth, I have learned little or very much of this prince. All I know is I know if I meet him before the time is right, that will be the end of me. I do not think I can approve of these methods, but I understand that some men must rule through fear, for it is all they know.
He tells you that if you think he rules through fear, then you are as ignorant as he thought you were. He tells you you should know better than anyone that there is much more complexities within your blood. He tells you that you are interesting, and he looks forward to seeing you again. He says to be here Saturday at 10.
I thank him for his time. I'm gonna get up and leave.
He'll excuse you. Bubba's gonna follow. You tell Bubba seems just like a little uncomfortable. Sure, he's not really puppy dog friendly with this guy. But finally, the doctor makes her way out. She was in there about as long as Lynn. To be expected, I guess.
I'm the worst student.
You ask too many questions, and you have too many big ideas.
I mean, maybe if something happens to Theo and he gets dusted, I'm just going to have to roll my next character. I'll just go ahead and play a joke character next. I'll go ahead and do the Malkavian version of Krill.
Well, I was going to say that was actually quite lovely. I'm going to ask if we all have the same time. 10:30?
10
Or 10?
Saturday.
Perfect.
I can't hear anything. Is Catherine talking?
So I guess that's it. I mean, no one else has got an interview anymore. So it is 3:00 though. So I just want to, I know Taylor said an hour.
It is bedtime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Now let's go rob a bank.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
Rob the campus.
So
campus fucking merch store.
just to
Guys?
just to wrap up where we're at here, we have something that we're regularly attending on Saturdays now, which is going to be a class on how to work within the Camarilla. Basically, I'm expecting him to just drill the traditions into us.
Or
And that's the good outcome I expect. Bad outcome I expect is, he just decides to fodder us off onto the prince.
I was
as
telling
a
Taylor
bargaining
that
chip.
he's one of the most complicated characters. I feel bad for you guys, so have fun.
Oh yeah, I'm betting.
Yeah.
Because right now I'm on the shit list. I'm probably the worst student here right